I flipped out on unemployed brother-in-law for eating so much. I have 3 kids and feeding them costs like $700 a month easy. My husband's sister Jennifer and her husband David lost their house 2 months back because rent got too expensive. They needed somewhere to stay, and they have a 12-year-old daughter, so I couldn't just let a kid be homeless. But I made one rule super clear before they moved in. They buy their own food, period. Here's why. David, Jennifer, and their kid are all really big and they eat insane amounts of food. Like when they were getting $740 in food stamps every month, they were still spending double that on groceries. My whole family of 5 eats less than just David does. So I told them straight up, we're not charging rent, but you absolutely have to handle your own food because I physically cannot afford to feed you. David's been unemployed for almost a year. He says it's because of a back injury, but this is like the 4th job he's quit claiming some injury that doctors can never actually find. Jennifer works her butt off constantly to support them. 2 weeks ago, I went shopping and splurged a tiny bit. Got my kids 2 boxes of the fancy sausage patties they love because they never get them. Each box had 16 patties. Cost almost $20 just for those. I also got 2 of those huge 60-count egg cartons. Yesterday I opened the fridge and almost all the sausages were gone. The eggs too. I'd only made breakfast for my kids maybe once with that stuff. I asked my husband if he'd use them and he said no. So I went to Jennifer and David and asked directly if they'd been eating our food. Both of them swore up and down they hadn't touched anything. Made me feel like I was going insane. This morning I woke up at 5 because I couldn't sleep. Usually I don't leave for work until 8, so the house is always empty that early. I walk downstairs into the kitchen and there's David, only person awake. He's standing at the stove cooking 8 eggs and 8 of my kids' sausage patties. Our food. The food he swore yesterday he never touched. He also had hash browns and biscuits and gravy cooking, but that stuff was his. I lost it. Just completely lost it. I started yelling about how he'd been lying to my face and eating all our groceries when we specifically said they needed to buy their own food. He's standing there with the spatula looking all shocked. Jennifer heard me yelling and came running out in her pajamas. She immediately started screaming at me. In our family, we don't make people feel like garbage for eating when they're hungry. I'll pay you back for the stupid food. So I held my hand out right there. Those sausages and eggs he'd been secretly eating all week cost me almost $40 alone. She just stared at me. David put the spatula down real slow and walked out of the kitchen. Jennifer followed him. 20 minutes later, Jennifer came back downstairs. She slapped 2 $20 bills on the counter without saying a word. Then she packed up their stuff, all of it. She got David and their daughter up and they were gone by 7 that morning. My husband came downstairs right as they were loading their car and asked what was happening. Jennifer told him I kicked them out over breakfast food. My husband looked at me and I explained everything. The lying, the sneaking food after we'd made the one rule crystal clear. The $40 worth of groceries David ate in one sitting while unemployed and living in our house for free. My husband didn't say anything. He just watched them drive away. His phone started blowing up an hour later with texts from his mom asking why we threw his sister's family out on the street. His mom called me cruel, said I cared more about eggs than family. But the eggs weren't the point. The lying was. The total disrespect was. David never even apologized.